We chose to buy a new home in West Craigs because it was just the right location, the proximity to the transports, tram, train, bus to get to central Edinburgh, and the proximity to the airport. And we were ready to move on to the next step, which was buying a house in Edinburgh.
Our home buying experience with Taylor Wimpey was actually very good, very easy. The team, specifically Angela in the sales office, she managed to kind of like guide us through the whole process from start to finish. Being first time buyers, you know, you're kind of wondering what comes next and how you follow on with the various different processes that are in place, but to be honest, she literally held her hand through the whole process. She was very good.
The type of home we decided to buy was the Andrew, the 2-bedroom house available here at the West Craigs, Maybury.
What I love about our house, as in the choice we made with the Andrew, is it's just the two of us. So for being a 2-bedroom property, the way that its specifications are, you know, laid out in respect to coming into the property, you do get a feeling of space, which is something that we actually were kind of taken on by, to be honest with you. Leading into a living room with big patio doors that go straight into the back garden. What we like about a new build home, generally speaking, from our past experience, is the kind of properties that we were renting in London were newly refurbished. So it was really important to us to have something that was modern, you know, no DIY, and met that specification and standard to what we've been used to over the last 10 years.
Team made the moving to our new house here in Maybury very seamless, straightforward, very easy for us. They gave us all the contacts that we needed. It was our first home, our first purchase, our first mortgage. So they gave us all the details that we needed, all the contacts. The process was really, really smooth.
Everyone was extremely helpful within the whole process of buying the property right through to completion, and making sure that we were looked after essentially after moving in. That was from, you know, Angela at the sales office to then Gemma being, you know, our on-site manager who would look after the initial coming in process, looking at snagging, etc. The joiner, Ian, who is an amazing guy as well. Just everybody through the whole entire process has just been so friendly and welcoming.
Taylor Wimpey helped us from the get-go, making the process very easy for us. They not only directed us to the right direction, but they also allow us to use the 5% deposit contribution, which also allowed us to use that budget towards the specs that we wanted in our first house, things like the flooring or the kitchen specs, for example. So that was really, really helpful for us.
Our moving day was a special experience. Again, Angela was there to meet us straight away to do the key handover process. As first time buyers, it was relatively straightforward in order for everything to complete, in order to come and collect the keys at a relatively early time of the day, which just helped with the move in general. Also, being the 100th customer at the development, she had surprised us with a few little extras, including, you know, some balloons and such like, and we got a couple of photos with her as well, didn't we? So yeah, no, it was a very memorable, special day for us. It feels great being part of a new community that's growing steadily. We were the first homeowners in this section, in this block. So it was lovely to, you know, welcome our neighbours like one by one as they moved in. There was already a few neighbours here across the road before us who made us feel really welcome. Watching our area develop and seeing everybody coming in, and you know, folk are really friendly. You know, there is not an issue with being able to pick up a casual chat with anybody when you go out the front door.
Well, if you're thinking to buy a new home for Taylor Wimpey, my first advice will be just go for it. Don't overthink it. You know, we get all overwhelmed by, I've never done this before, I'm gonna ask so many questions, and people may be, you know, annoyed by all the questions I might have and doubts, but actually if you don't ask, you don't get. And from the very start, with Taylor Wimpey, we had all the solution made available from us, and all the shortcuts sometimes, which is what you need when you start a big journey like buying a house.
Yeah, in hindsight, if you're worried, don't be, just do it.